CCHI Commissioner Alex Carney is here in Mission Control, chatting with CCHI Executive Director Natalya Mytareva about the implications and future of the CoreCHI-P credential. Take it away, Alex.
Hello, everyone. This is Alex Carney. I am a commissioner with CCHI, a newly elected commissioner. Really pleased to be here with Natalya Mytareva, our executive director for CCHI, talking about the future of the language profession as it relates to the CoreCHI-Performance Credential. Hello, Natalya.
Hi, Alex. Great to be here.
Thank you for joining me for this quick little chat. As you know, some interpreters say that the only way to test interpreting skills is through a bilingual exam, like CHI Spanish, and that the English to English exam does not really compare to the CHI exams. What would you say to interpreters asking those kind of questions?
Well, first of all, I do agree that the most effective and direct way to evaluate interpreting skills is through a bilingual oral performance exam like CHI Spanish, Arabic, Mandarin. Exams that test all interpreting modes that have been accredited and continuously updated. However, as you can imagine, creating and maintaining such exams is a very resource-intensive endeavor. It requires a certain number of pilot test takers, subject matter experts, raters of that specific language, but all three of these groups have to be continuously available because, as I already said, a bilingual exam is effective if it is accredited and continuously maintained. In other words, not every and any bilingual exam is really good, actually, right? And for many languages, it is completely unfeasible to sustain such an exam at this quality level. And that's why CCHI explored how the same interpreting skills could be evaluated in a different way, in a different format. That's why we conducted our English to English interpreter testing study in 2020, where interpreters took 2 exams on the same day, CHI Spanish, Arabic and Mandarin, and the English to English exam, monolingual one, and then we compared the results. And based on that, we had this scientific foundation that it is possible to evaluate interpreting skills in a monolingual format. And I hope those who are interested in the details will actually read that study report, because I'm not going to bore us with that. So we look at the CoreCHI Performance Credential as taking more in a multi-layered approach, a portfolio type almost, compared to the CHI exams that have a direct testing approach.
Right.
I also want to point out that, the new monolingual E2E exam is not intended as a replacement for bilingual exams. It is more of an opportunity to test the skills of interpreters of any language in a more efficient way. It closes that professional achievement gap that for languages where performance certification has not been available. So the E2E exam is meant to evaluate cognitive interpreting skills through specific activities that can be performed either in monolingual or in a bilingual way. And we've selected these activities based on that E2E study.
That's very interesting. And, on the commission, we really appreciate the work, obviously, that has gone into this, and are really looking forward to, continuing the conversation. Based on what you've said, do you think there could be a monolingual Spanish exam that would achieve the same goal?
Oh, absolutely. The beauty of this new approach is that it could be replicated for any language, right? This could be a solution to the specific challenges that we are facing in evaluating interpreters of indigenous languages in this country, who don't speak English, who speak Spanish and, let's say, Quiche, Kanjapalmam, right? So eventually, I hope we as an industry will create a Spanish to Spanish performance interpreting exam, and then we will, need to just supplement it with the language proficiency in an indigenous language, and we could have the same equitable level of evaluating interpreters of those indigenous languages as we do for interpreters of languages like French, Portuguese, etc. And that's why we try to think outside of the box and go away from that direct bilingual model to be able to do it for as many languages as possible.
Yeah, this solution seems particularly scalable for the huge number of languages that we see, inside the United States. My last question is basically, what is next? The first E2E exams will be administered from March 14th through April 12th. What happens after that?
First of all, the administration of the exam is not the end of the test development process. So after the exams are administered in April, we need to finish validating. And for that, we will be conducting the standard setting study with the subject matter experts, practicing interpreters, to determine what is that passing point, what is the cut score, which candidate actually passed that new exam and which failed. So that will be done in May. And after that, in mid-June, we will award the first credentials. And at that point, the test development phase will be over. But the next phase is to get this new credential accredited through NCCA, like we have CHI Spanish, like we have CoreCHI right now, because we truly are committed to the quality and to the parity with the healthcare professionals who have their certifications accredited. So interpreter certification should be accredited too. And that's the plan for 2024. And then the bigger question comes out, what are we going to do with the current CoreCHI certification? Our intent is starting in 2025 to start sunsetting. And sunsetting is, a testing term, which means that you're phasing out the credential and replacing it with a new one. So we see that in 2025, the commissioners will make a decision how much time they will give to CoreCHI certificates at that time, whether it will be a year or two, to take the E2E exam that by that time would be accredited, hopefully, and then we'll have the two paths for interpreters: go bilingual path for those languages which are most commonly used or for which we have larger pools of test takers, and then the others will take the CoreCHI performance route, where they will have the CoreCHI written exam, the monolingual E2E exam, and the language proficiency standard that they would need to meet, so we can be sure that they actually do speak Burmese, Karen, Nepali, and all the other languages that these interpreters will represent.
That's great. And I really appreciate all the work that you've put into this and the leadership that you have, demonstrated and gone through with all this. It's very exciting, and we're looking forward to hearing more and getting more testing out there.